All right, Carla, you ready for today's show?
I am.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Come on, let's go. Get myself fired up for this one. Actually, I really don't need to fire myself up for this one because I'm really excited for today's show.
Yes.
All right, so welcome back, everyone, to another 5K Tennis podcast. Here we are still very early in the 2019 WTA and ATP seasons, and here we are already at show number 15.
Wow.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about, girl. All right. So, as always, Carla, I always look forward to hearing your draw breakdowns and analysis. You look mighty nice today, by the way.
All right.
Like the green headband matching the green 5K tennis shirt, and I have my nice red YTEX shirt on. I'm ready to roll.
So am I.
All right, so here we go. So, real quickly, you've heard us mention fantasy teams, that Carla and I do fantasy teams. I think yesterday on our fantasy teams, Carla, we had pretty good days. I lost Venus Williams on my team. But
yeah, I lost, I think, one player also, Georgie.
So besides our one-loss day yesterday, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah. So
we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'm going to place, as usual, a link above from our show yesterday. As always, these shows are a direct continuation from the previous day's shows, or that is during majors, as we do them every day. During non-major tournament times, generally it's every 2 or 3 days. So check out the link above so you can get caught up on topics, conversations, those who contributed to the previous day's shows, etc., especially if you are new, or just jump right in from here and start your road with us now.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
We had a lot of comments yesterday.
Yeah, we had a lot of comments yesterday. Something like 80 or 90 comments right off the bat. I think it was like 81 within an hour, and they were all great. So with that said, as always, I always like to start every show with some really big thank yous and shout outs. Okay? So I'm going to do that as we speak. So the shout outs for today that have a relative to last show would be the following. Number 1, Ethan D.A. and Eric Cartman. Yes, Eric Cartman.
Welcome back.
Like the name in South Park, but not. Welcome back, Ethan D.A. and Eric Cartman, 2 longtime contributors to this show who never stopped watching, but we got their first hot takes yesterday. Welcome back, guys. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. These 2 are great.
Yeah, I think one guy's in New York.
Yeah, and then Ethan D.A. is, I think
He's probably in New York as well.
Yeah, so we'll see. But welcome back, guys. Really nice to hear from you, and jump in the box because we got a long season to go. Number 2, Rajesh Kumar, as always, who always keeps us up at night in a good way by keeping Carla and I apprised of scores that may transpire at the Australian at 3 in the morning our time. Love you, Rajesh. The robot's still here for you.
Yes.
Again, that was a gift from Rajesh to our youngest son. We have 5 kids, and that was his Christmas gift this year. Wayne Chia in Singapore.
He was our first viewer yesterday.
Oh, entirely long ways away, and Wayne Chia has always been a devout friend and a devout follower of this show. Much love to you, Wayne Chia. Millennium 13 Constantine, who always has really interesting takes on all the matches and all the players and gives you exactly what he wants to say. He holds nothing back. Let's go. Simon Simanovic. Simon Simanovic, I think, is in Montenegro. And he has been really inspirational for all of us and has helped us with pronunciations of names, global barriers or geopolitical barriers, and the like. Alexa Radunovic.
Don't mess up her name.
Don't mess up her name because she'll come and get you. Alexa Radunovic, who helps us with so much stuff. And much love to you, Alexa. I love you a lot, girl. Let's go.
I like to hear the girls commentate.
Yeah, I do too. She fires me up. Number 3, Arvis Yagamar. I'm going to take a second and give a real special shout out to Arvis Yagamar, by the way. A brilliant sports writer, by the way. Tennis player. We have known Arvis for a very long time. He was actually one of our first tennis racket giveaway winners. We sent him a racket about 5 years ago?
Could be 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years ago, I would say.
5 or 6 years ago. And he is really a brilliant sports writer, especially with tennis. He has a forum or thread on the website www.grandslamfantasytennis.com. This is where we do our fantasy teams, Carla and I, and we've done them with Arvis for a very long time. His forum or thread is called Challenger Chat. I definitely would check his takes out. Beautiful writing. He's never gonna toss anybody under the bus. It's objective. It's heartfelt. So Arvis, again, much love to you, bro. You have been along with Carl and I for a very long time, much longer than we have done this. So check that out on GrandSlamFantasyTennis.com, and that's his thread called Challenger Chat. Yvonne Gallup, longtime friend, great coach in the California area where I am from. She has a lot of wonderful topics that we're going to join in on and get into after the Australian Open ends. My father, who is 81 years young, has started playing the game at 3 years of age, was my lifelong coach. Obviously, I had coaches all over the country as we moved around with the game, but nonetheless, he keeps us on point with delivery of the show, the proper words to use, what to watch out for, and so forth. So much love on that one. You continue to be an inspiration. YTEX Strings, Ivor Savage, the owner of YTEX Strings, who has incredible products, who makes sure the company delivers top-notch service from a customer standpoint, from a product delivery standpoint. I will put 2 links above today. I will put the link first of the Quadro Twist play and string test that Carla and I did, which our oldest son really loves. And then as well, I will put a second link above for our 2019 January product unboxing, so you can know what we are going to be doing in terms of future play tests and string tests with the YTEX stuff. Tongue twisters there. All right, so again, check out also too, there's a YTEX link below in the description field, www.ytexstrings.com. Check that out. Check out their massive inventory of strings and nice apparel. They don't disappoint. All right, we ready to jump in?
We are.
Here we go. So I'm going to start this show today, or we are going to start this today with a quick topic, okay? This is a topic from Carl and I that we got into a debate about last night that we both agreed upon.
Yes.
That topic is this. Are you ready? Can you buy a champion, or are champions born to be champions? So I'm going to elaborate really quickly. Carla and I were raised in tennis. Both of our fathers play. My sister plays phenomenally, and her brother plays exceptionally well. We were raised into it. So the debate that we got into was, no matter what the sport is, tennis, football, basketball, cricket, whatever it may be, just because someone may spend XYZ amount of dollars or send he or she to XYZ Academy, does it really mean that we can buy a champion?
Absolutely not. No. I think it takes both. Well, it takes both. I think you and I came to an agreement that you have to be born with it and have to be the desire to want to be a champion. And also, of course, there is the help that if you go into an academy, they can help you reach that potential.
Yeah, so I guess in a nutshell, I'll use, let's say, I'm going to use my own self, or maybe you can interject with yourself. Carla spent some time at Nick Bollettieri's academy, right?
Well, I spent a couple of weeks. I won a scholarship there, and I got to actually see meet a lot of the kids who lived there since they were little, and a lot of them actually did not enjoy playing the game of tennis. They were there because the parents forced them. Therefore, they will not become champions. You have to have it in your heart. Like someone like Djokovic, you know, who wanted it badly, or Jankovic, or Anovic, who trained in a pool.
And it bombed out so
And there are players like in overseas or maybe in the Caribbean that don't have tennis courts, and they do whatever it takes to train. So those are people that want to be champions, or born champions.
I think this whole topic falls in line with the topic we brought up this year and last year. What's wrong with American tennis per se? Why aren't we still delivering champions at a consistent level? I don't want to get into coaching rates and academy rates, because myself as a coach and Carla as a coach, we have to charge rates because we have balls to buy, we have court time to buy, we have overhead, We have our own strings that break. We have our own time out on the court.
Plus, we learned a sport that was very expensive too.
And we have bills to pay.
Yes.
So I think the whole topic for discussion is no matter how much dollars you spend, or where you send your kids, or where you send yourself, or however it works out, is it true or is it not true that the player themselves, he or she, must have some inner desire to fight?
Definitely.
Pump themselves up.
Definitely. You don't teach that. That's something that's inside of you that you have to want in any sport.
Yeah.
Any sport.
So,
it's not just tennis.
So we look at some of these basketball players. They come from nothing. I know you grew up in Brooklyn, and I know you didn't have much to go by, but you found coaches along the way that maybe weren't the best coaches, but they were well-rounded people that cared about you.
Exactly.
And you had the inner heart and courage to fight. So all I want to say is here's the topic. Does it matter how much capital you spend on a player to create a champion? I understand that you have to pay coaches respectively. Believe me, we are coaches. However, does it matter how much you spend, or do you simply need the young athlete to have inner fight and just find a reasonable coach that cares to guide you through?
You have to find a reasonable coach. There are a lot of people out there in the world that I'm sure are very talented and want to become champions, but they're not guided in the right place. And this is a topic that we'll talk about after the Australian Open.
Yeah, and again, this is a highly touchy topic because, again, from myself as a coach, I feel like I can create a great player. But sometimes I get players out on the coaching court, and sometimes, even at a very young age, they're worried about if their phone's ringing in their bag, which I think should be off in the first place. Or I feel like they can move their feet quicker, but they just continue to drag them. But yet I have some players out there that do none of the above, and you can just tell they want to soak it up. So how much inner fight is relevant to this topic?
It's very relevant.
Can we buy a champion?
No.
Can we pay the highest rated coach and create a champion? I don't think so. I think it has to do with the inner fight of the student.
I agree.
And we can create that student, I get it, but I think it has a large part to do with the inner drive of the student. And if a coach can do that, great. But sometimes it's up to the individual being taught.
Yes, totally agree.
All right, Carla, let's break down the Australian Open draws. Make sure you comment on that below. I always love this part of the show because the lovely Carla, I get to watch, break down her draws, so I can't wait for this. So let's start with the women and then the men, and these are third round match results with the ensuing fourth round matches that are going to follow.
It's going quickly.
All yours, Carla.
All right, Simona Halep from Romania defeated Venus Williams from the USA pretty easily, 6-2, 6-3. I'm a bit shocked by this. So far, there are two players out there that are proving us wrong, that you really don't have to have a coach to advance in a Grand Slam.
Well, Halep had coaches along the way her whole life.
But I'm talking about right now, she's coachless, meaning that when you reach a certain level, perhaps you just need someone to motivate you or talk to you or be your friend on the tour.
Or someone you respect to kind of to ride the wave with you. Someone you can vent to.
I don't think
someone
it's about
you can talk
teaching
to.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think Halep needs to be taught how to hit forehands and backhands or strategy at this point. I think she knows how to fight. More importantly for me, though, I had Venus on my fantasy team and I lost her.
Well, I told you. I didn't... Honestly, I thought Venus Williams would beat Halep. I really did. So I'm about a bit shocked by this one.
Well, this is going to set up one heck of a match in the next round.
Yes, Serena Williams from the USA destroyed Diana Yastremska from Ukraine, 6-2, 6-1. I actually enjoy watching this youngster. She's very strong and she has a lot of potential, but she did face a very tough opponent. She had no chance. At the end, they shook hands. She cried in Serena's arms. And the rest is history.
Look, I don't want to go off on a tangent about the whole crying thing. I'm sorry, I never saw Steffi Graf cry. I never saw Margaret Court cry. I've never seen the likes of many women players cry. I don't know what's up with this whole
I don't know
thing.
what's going on, but there's a lot of players lately that have been crying. I mean, you have to take off your hat to Serena. Serena is who she is. I mean, you got beaten by a great player, a legend.
Yeah, I think maybe you know, you shed a tear because you just met your idol and that idol just destroyed you.
That. Yeah.
But I think I'm going to stay mute because this is a touchy subject as well. Highly controversial. I just think that we need to stop seeing so much crying.
I agree with you.
Well, enough crying.
We're going to have Serena Williams against Halep. Their head-to-head is 8 Serena, 1 Halep.
I've got Serena winning this match in straight sets. It might go 3. I think if Serena loses a set, I think it'll be the first set. But I think Serena will find her way.
She's looked solid to me. She's been running to every ball.
I think Halep will meet her doom in this match, and Serena will move forward.
Yeah. Next match, Garbine Muguruza from Spain defeated Timea Basinski from Switzerland. A pretty decent match.
Expected.
7-6.
6-2, yeah. It's expected.
Good for Muguruza to keep moving on because she's had a bad year last year.
Muguruza will meet a fierce competitor in her next match, though. We expected Muguruza to win here, but watch out for her next match. Here we go.
Karolina Pliskova from the Czech Republic defeated Camila Giorgi from Italy in 3 sets. 6-4, 3-6, 6-2. I'm a little surprised that Giorgi took her to 3 sets. Which, to me, it gives a chance to Muguruza to beat her because she's been winning a lot of these matches in 3 sets, which is not good to me.
I have Pliskova on my fantasy team. She had Giorgi. I love this win.
But that's okay. I didn't expect Giorgi to move much further than that. I will give the head-to-head between Pliskova and Muguruza. Pliskova 7, Muguruza 2.
Yeah, I would stay away from this match if I'm a bettor. I'm not. Muguruza Pliskova should be epic. I would watch this match, and I will. 2
tall girls playing against each other.
Two athletic, very good tennis players here. Great match. Great draw from the tournament directors to set this up, by the way. Only because Pliskova's on my fantasy team, I want Pliskova to win, but I think it'll be great.
All right. We watched this match. It was fun to watch this match. Naomi Osaka from Japan defeated Su Wei Sai from Taipei, China, or how do you say it? China?
I want to say it's Taiwan.
But it changed.
But correct me, I know there's some geopolitical stuff there. So Chinese Taipei, I want to say it's
Chinese
Taiwan.
Taipei. And
so check this out, though.
Well, let me tell you the score.
Osaka had dropped the first set.
Right.
And then she was down 1-4 in the second.
Yes.
And unfortunately for Asai, she couldn't close it out. I have to think it's pretty tough to close out a match no matter what, hitting off 2 hands off both sides. It seems like it's restricted.
Well, Justin, I think it's more than that. She's not a strong athlete. You know, she's pretty thin, looking frail. Plus, Osaka at first was not getting her shots in, but she figured out that, hey, I got to put more spin on this ball, and I got to be more aggressive.
Osaka should have won this in straight sets. Luckily for her, she pulled it out.
Good for her to come back. Next match, Anastasia Sevastova from Latvia defeated Qiang Wang from China. 6-3, 6-3.
Look, this is another interesting match. Sevastova should have won this match. She won it relatively decisively. The Osaka-Sevastova match should be good. Sevastova we've talked about for a long time. She doesn't play games out there, but if Osaka comes out shaky like she did against Asai, then I think that Sevastova has a chance. But if Osaka comes out like she did in the U.S. Open last year against Serena, Sevastova has no shot.
Well, their head-to-head is 2-2, so they're even.
All right, here we go.
Madison Keys defeated Mertens. Elise Mertens from Belgium, 6-3, 6-2.
Easily. We're not going to debate that match too much. That was an easy win.
Did we not see Mertens cry too?
Yeah, again, we're going to be respectful to the young ladies. I love all of you, but the crying has become now like a fashion show. It's crying. Everybody's crying.
I don't know.
Come on, let's fight.
Elena Slitovina from Ukraine defeated Zhang Chuai-Sang from China in 3 sets. 4-6, 6-4, 7-5. This was a battle of who can out-hit in the middle.
Well, yeah, they continue to hit the ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
To the middle.
We watched this match. Svitolina luckily had some support for Gail Monfils in the crowd. But Svitolina is going to definitely have her hands full with Madison Keys, and I have Madison Keys winning this match against her.
So do I. Head-to-head, Madison Keys 2, Svitolina 0.
All right, men's draw, let's go.
Novak Djokovic from Serbia defeated Denis Shapovalov from Canada. 6-3, 6-4, 4-6, and a bagel at the end.
We don't even need to break this down too much. Djokovic secured his #1 spot, respectively, in the world after this win. Djokovic was down 1-4 or up 4-1 and the third. There was some floodlights turned on. He got aggravated. He even admitted it. He lost focus, but he bageled him in the 4th set.
Yeah, and I expected Djokovic, honestly, to win this match.
Shapovalov's not ready.
And he holds his #1 position.
So we have a matchup coming. Djokovic against Medvedev. Medvedev beat Goffin yesterday, and quite convincingly.
Yes, he did.
By the way, but be careful. Goffin's a good player, really good player, but be careful with this Medvedev-Djokovic match. I think Djokovic will probably win in straight sets, But if Medvedev wins a set or two, I don't think it will be a big shock, right?
Well, their head-to-head is 2-0, Djokovic.
Let's go.
All right, next match. Pablo Busta Carreño defeated Fabio Fognini from Italy in 4 sets. I expected him to win that match. Did you not?
Yeah, well, yes and no. The thing with Fognini is, if his beard isn't shaved perfectly, like, you know, if his barber gets his beard, like, a little bit more forward here and a little bit more backward here, he tends to hit unforced errors. So what I'm guessing here is that his barber is at blame here.
Okay, anyways.
His headband was a little crooked, and his beard was off. Not a big Fognini fan. I like his wife, though.
All right, next match. Kei Nishikori had an easier night. He won in 3 sets against João Sousa from Portugal. Good for him because he's had 2 5-setters.
I have Nishikori on my fantasy team. Not a huge fan, but I am here because he's on my fantasy team.
Yes.
So great job for Nishikori.
And Carreño Busta and Nishikori have never played. So
yeah, I want to say that Nishikori's a little tired here. This is going to be a great match between Kei Busta and Nishikori.
Yes.
Stay away from it if you're betting. Stay away from it.
Alexander Zverev from Germany defeated Alex Bolt in 3 sets.
Convincingly.
There goes the Australian player.
Convincingly.
Yeah.
Good job for Bolt to get this far, though.
Yes.
Good job for Bolt. This sets up a really big-time match with...
Raonic.
What?
Milos Raonic defeated his opponent, Pierre-Hugues Herbert from France in 3 sets again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now we get into the thick of things. In this match, though, let me tell you who I like a lot, and to win decisively. I think Raonic takes the young Zverev to school. I do. Now,
they're 1-1 head-to-head.
Don't listen to me because this is the tournament, and Arvis can testify to this. I always come in last on fantasy teams at the Australian Open and at the French, but Wimbledon US, I own. Let's go. However, watch out for Raonic against Zverev. I think Raonic beats Zverev.
Slow down.
I'm passionate about this match. I think Raonic beats Zverev and no more than 4 sets.
I hope not, because I have Zverev going all the way to the finals.
Let's go.
Next match, your guy, Borna Koric from Croatia.
Love this guy.
Defeated Krajinovic in 4 sets. 4 sets, so he got tested a little bit.
I'm so excited to see Borna Koric going deep here. Borna Koric is someone that I have talked about since he was 19 years old, if not earlier. He has the firepower. He has the shot selections. He has the footwork. He has the fight to go really deep. I think that Koric will play Raonic in the next round after this, and I think there's a blockbuster match between Raonic and Koric. I really do. And I think that either player there has a real legitimate shot against Djokovic, but ultimately I think Djokovic will get into the semifinals.
I disagree, but Lucas Pouille from France defeated the youngster, the 19-year-old Alexei Popyrin in 5 sets. He had him up 2 sets. The youngster came back, and then he won the 5th set. This was a late match. I guess Mauresmo is making a difference in his career.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth there. Amelie Mauresmo, wait a minute. You actually hit with Amelie Mauresmo's racket.
Yes.
There's a signed case over here on the wall.
Yes.
And she hits with actually Amelie Mauresmo's racket that she received from Amelie Mauresmo, and I've strung a million times. It has holes in it. She's played with it so much, but still hits with the same racket. But yes, she's obviously made a difference for Lucas Pouille and the Frenchman, and I've talked about Lucas Pouille for a long time. I thought 2 years ago Lucas Pouille had a chance to win a major. It just didn't happen. Unfortunately...
Koric has the head-to-head 2-0, by the way.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say that unfortunately for Lucas Pouille, I think that Borna Koric will demolish Pouille and no more than 4 decisive sets.
Well, he's got to be tired after 5 sets. You know, 4 sets before that.
Yeah, I think we see Koric and Raonic in the quarters. I think that we see Nishikori and Djokovic in the quarters, and we'll see what happens.
I agree on that one, except for Zverev.
I think Raonic will own him.
I hope not.
All right, so we're done with draws. Great job as always, Carla. It's always a really pumped up time to watch Carla do that, because I love arguing with her in a nice way. But, oh, I love it. When she gets mad, I just get... Whoa, when you get mad. Man, lose all sense of reality when you get mad. I love seeing her mad. Love it.
Do we have any matches tonight that we're going against?
We got Federer. We got Federer Tsitsipas. Federer will win.
Yeah, I want Federer to win.
For time reasons, we'll get into that tomorrow.
All right.
But that's going to be a great match. That's going to be a great match. But even the better match is when I watch you get mad.
The better match is when I beat him. But
yeah,
anyways.
right. In your dreams. All right, here we go.
I think our viewers know that I beat you a lot.
Yeah, right. All right, so done with draws. Again, thank you so much, Carla, for your intensity and your analysis and breakdown. And for you to think that you beat me is a joke.
Again, I'm Serena Yasharapova. So anyways, let's get back to this.
Okay. All right, anyway, let me go ahead and just try to gather my thoughts again. All right, so the health tip of the day, if you are now just watching this show for the first time, for the past 2 shows, we have created a hypothetical book. And that hypothetical book is if human beings were born with an instruction manual, like stringing machines or appliances, where you open it up and it tells you how to care for your product, how to take care of it, and if it breaks, you know the customer has a gripe.
Yes.
Well, what if our babies came with an instruction manual? Okay?
That'd be pretty neat.
What would they say? What would they say? So 2 shows ago, the first excerpt, or the first paragraph came from Stefan Nizovic. And Stefan indicated that the first thing a little baby should read was to never do drugs, never drink alcohol, and to never put your money on Kevin Anderson. Okay?
Or Dimitrov.
He didn't mention that. You can't quote him because that's his section. You can't add that. That's it. Never do drugs, never do alcohol, and never bet or put your money on Kevin Anderson. Sounds like he probably lost some money on Kevin Anderson.
I'm sure he did.
Second section was brought up by myself. Never shut the door on opportunity. How many times do us adults or young men and women get into life and you think to yourself, man, this person asked me to work for them, this person asked me to do this for them or to come join their team. You know, we thought we were the best thing since sliced bread, and we proceeded to say, you know, I think I got the best answers, and I think I can handle this myself. Ultimately, for many years later, looking back and saying, what if I would have actually given it my best for that opportunity? I'm an expert at this. So my section was, don't shut the door on opportunity unless you at least try to walk through the door and give it your best. Third section, right now, this comes from CARLA. Remain positive. It is easier said than done. It is much easier said than done. There has been times, and I know in her life, where she has been drugged through the ringer. All of us. Life is tough.
It is.
Life is incredibly tough. We are moved from here to there when we're small or when we're older, and we have people that do this to us or drag us through the dirt here and drag us through the dirt there. We have had on this show people try to knock us down. Well, who are you? Does it really matter? It just doesn't. The ultimate thing that Carla and I are trying to say is try to remain positive. Human beings can be really feisty and odd creatures at times.
Yes. They're brutal sometimes.
They can be highly brutal. I think the best thing to do when, you know, I'll talk about this as a coach. In the coaching world today, and I know a lot of you coaches out there can understand with this, so many coaches try to knock each other down. Oh, what credentials do you have? Well, how many good students do you have? You know, and it turns into what we call a good old drawing the line in the sand, and I'll keep my vernacular safe. Turns into a good old pee-pee contest. And ultimately, it just doesn't matter. So all I'm saying is that if you're a coach, don't drag another coach down. If you're a parent, don't drag another parent down. If you're anybody in life.
We all do things in a different way. Look, how many people put Serena's dad down? And look, he created champions. Hingis, same thing. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. We all do things a different way.
It's easier said than done to remain positive, but I can promise you the things that I've been through in my life, and I won't get into that publicly, but those that know me know where I have been for some time. But nonetheless, find that positive energy helps us tremendously.
Yes.
When people try to bring you down, just simply smile, open the door for them, pick up the trash around you. Mother Nature loves that, by the way, and remain positive. There's nothing good that's going to come out of going back at someone that is negative, because it's just going to make both of you drop to a really low level. Stay positive, smile, walk away. Thank you for your comment. See you later.
Yeah.
Okay? Stay positive. All right, so that's it, everyone. Much love to all of you. Without all of you, there is no us, so thank you so much. By the way, there is a link below that we don't talk about too much for contributions. I know in periodicals and magazines and journals and independent journalists, they always ask for contributions. We don't ask ask for it. But believe me, we make absolutely zero money off of the show. We do it for fun, and any contributions that we have go towards racket giveaways, etc. We've had 2 in as many years, and they came from the same person, which is like a family friend. So believe me, we make no money off of it. Sure, we love YTEX, but they help us with prize giveaways, and believe me, they don't pay me to say they have great customer service. It just is great. Just saying, okay? So don't forget that. Thanks always to all of you again. Please click like below. Please share our videos. Subscribe to our channel. That's how we grade ourselves. And as always, the biggest thank you to my lovely, my everything, my fighter, my courage in life. And that's you. Love this girl.
Oh my gosh.
She's a fighter. Fighter. Come on. Anyway. See you tomorrow. Good luck with the Tsitsipas Federer match tonight. It should be epic.
And Nadal. Come on, Nadal.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's go. And as always, the lovely Carla says,
Adios.
we'll see you tomorrow, guys.